You're working your 9 to 5, you're exhausted, but you decide, okay, I'm gonna start a side hustle. You put in the hours, you watch the videos, you build the thing, and then a year goes by, and you've made what? 50 bucks? Maybe 100? It's one of the most frustrating feelings in the world.
Oh, absolutely. The hustle's real, but the income, it just isn't. So what is going on there?
That's exactly what we're talking about today. Welcome to Income After Hours, the podcast for people building something on the side. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma, and today we're digging into the real reasons why most side hustles fail for normal people. And it's probably not what you think. It's not about not working hard enough.
Exactly. Everyone's working hard, so what's the first major roadblock you see, Emma? Where do people go wrong right out of the gate?
I think the biggest one, the one that kills dreams before they even start, is shiny object syndrome.
Oh, 100%. The constant jumping around.
Yeah, you see some guy on Instagram talking about how he made 20 grand last month with Amazon FBA, so you spend 3 weeks researching it, you get all excited, but then you see another video about making passive income with a blog, and suddenly that seems better.
Right, because it's new and it hasn't gotten hard yet. The beginning of any project is the fun part. It's all potential.
Exactly. You're in the honeymoon phase. But every single side hustle, whether it's freelance writing, drop shipping, coaching, whatever, it has what I call the dip, a point where it gets boring or difficult or you're not seeing results.
The grind.
That's it. And instead of pushing through the grind, people just look for the next shiny object that promises a faster, easier result. You can't build anything meaningful if you're constantly ripping up the foundation to start over somewhere else.
That's so true. You end up being a professional starter and an amateur finisher. And that leads directly into, I think, the second big failure point. Treating your side hustle like a hobby, not a business.
Ooh, yeah. Can you unpack that a little? What's the difference?
It's all about systems, or, the lack of them. A hobby is something you do when you feel like it, when inspiration strikes. A business is something you do consistently, whether you feel like it or not, because you have a system.
That makes sense. Like, you don't only go to your 9 to 5 on the days you're feeling motivated, right?
Of course not. You'd get fired. But people expect to build a 6-figure side income by only working on it for a few hours on a Saturday when the mood is right. It doesn't work that way. You need to have dedicated, non-negotiable time blocked out in your calendar.
Yeah, a system. Like every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., I work on my Etsy shop. No exceptions.
Exactly. And a system for what you do in that time. Not just staring at your laptop wondering where to start. You need a plan. This week, I'm focusing on product descriptions. Next week, I'm focusing on marketing. You're being intentional. Without a system, you're relying on motivation. And motivation is the most unreliable employee you will ever have.
So true. Motivation gets you started, but discipline and systems keep you going. So, okay, let's say someone picks one thing, they build a system, but they're still stuck. They're not launching, they're not making sales. What's that about?
Now we get to my favorite one, the silent killer. Perfectionism.
Oh my gosh, yes. Tell me about it.
It's this idea that you can't put anything out into the world until it's absolutely flawless. People will spend 6 months designing the perfect logo for a business that has 0 customers. They'll rewrite and rewrite the same blog post 20 times.
And it's really just a form of procrastination, isn't it? It's fear disguised as high standards.
That's it, 100%. Fear of being judged, fear of it not being good enough. But the truth is, your first version of anything is going to be kind of bad, and that is okay. You cannot improve something that doesn't exist.
Right. Done is so much better than perfect. You have to get it out there to get feedback. How are you supposed to know what people want if you never show it to them?
You can't. You're just guessing in a vacuum. My first website, honestly, it was embarrassing. The colors were awful, the font was weird, but it worked. It got my first client. And then I improved it. And then I improved it again. Version 1 is better than version none. You have to launch.
That is such a key mindset shift. Okay, so we have shiny object syndrome, having no system, and perfectionism. Those are all very tactical, but I feel like there's a deeper, more foundational reason why people quit.
I know where you're going with this. The why.
The why, exactly. I think a lot of people start a side hustle with the why of, I want to make more money. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. We all want to make more money.
Of course, it's called income after hours after all.
Right? But money is a result. It's an outcome. It is not a strong enough reason to get you through the grind we talked about earlier. It's not enough to make you give up your Friday night to work when your friends are going out.
It's not sustainable fuel.
Not at all. Your why needs to be something deeper. Are you trying to solve a problem that you genuinely care about? Are you passionate about the skill you're developing? Do you love the community you're building?
That's the stuff that pulls you through. I mean, when you're starting out, you're basically working for free, or even losing money. If the only reward you're looking for is cash, you're gonna burn out and quit long before the cash actually shows up.
Totally. You need to be fueled by the process, not just the potential prize at the end. If you don't enjoy the act of creating or building or helping people in some small way, you're just not going to last. Your why is your anchor in the storm.
That why really is the foundation. But let's say you have all of that. You've picked a niche, you're systematic, you've launched, and you have a powerful why. You can still fail. I think there's another killer that lurks in the shadows for a lot of creators and builders. That's a great way to put it. Wow. Okay, so this has been super insightful. Let's do a quick recap of these side hustle killers for everyone listening.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so the first one we talked about was shiny object syndrome, the constant need to jump to the next new thing, instead of pushing through the hard parts of your current thing.
Number 2 was the no system trap. Treating your side hustle like a hobby you only work on when you're motivated, instead of like a real business with a scheduled time and a clear plan.
Then we have number 3, perfectionism paralysis, that fear of launching something that isn't perfect, which really just keeps you stuck in a loop of endless tweaking and no action.
And finally, number 4, the wrong why. Relying on money alone as your motivation instead of connecting your work to a deeper sense of purpose, passion, or problem solving.
And the thing is, none of this is about being smarter or more talented. These are all things anyone can fix. It's about mindset and strategy.
Completely. Awareness is the first step. If you can spot yourself falling into one of these traps, you can pull yourself out.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today. This was a great conversation, Emma.
You too, Alex. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Income After Hours.
If you got value from this episode, let us know in the comments. Follow the show and give it a like. See you in the next episode.